everyone, it's Kate from Wild Tales of. If you're new here on YouTube and on my blog, wildtalesof.com, I share about family travel and outdoor adventure. So we hope that you are doing really well, and we hope that you are having a great week. It's not going to be as warm this week as it was last week for us, but it's still going to have lots of sunshine. So we are happy about that. I know that I mentioned a couple videos back that we need to update you guys on what's growing in our garden and give you a little tour and peek into how things are going and just all the progress on the different seeds that we've planted. So we thought that we would give you just a little garden tour. There's not a ton happening, but there are some things going on and some things that have sprouted and some things that are just moving along this spring. If you missed our planting videos, a couple of gardening with kids videos we did kind of early spring, I will link those below and try to pop them up on the screen here as well so you can catch up on what we've been up to. But before we get to the garden tour, Georgia is doing kind of a garden related project that I wanted to share with you guys because it is great for Earth Day that's this week because it's using recycled materials, and she is making flowers. What a great way to also celebrate Earth Day with making some flowers out of recycled materials. So we got the idea from our milk company, which is Smith Brothers Farms. All you need to do the project is an empty egg carton, scissors, glue, and some paint, and popsicle sticks. So she's over here working, so I was going to show you guys what she's up to. So she's got her purple one here, she's got a blue, and what are you doing here?
Red.
You've got red, and then what are you going to do in the middle?
Yellow.
Yellow? Nice. This is the paint that we just have on hand, this Crayola washable project paint, in case you were curious. That we just got at the office supply store. Comes in these little bottles. And she's got her popsicle sticks right here, ready to be, we're gonna have these dry first and then just glue them on. Okay, here's how things are looking inside. These are our tomatoes. Those are the only things we have inside right now. These are cherry tomatoes in this little section. And these are two that a neighbor gave us. And these are the ones that we planted. And then over here are all the Romas. And the Romas had amazing germination. Way different than last year. I don't know what the difference is. Even this one, I decided to sow pretty thickly because it felt like the germination was not very high last year in those seeds. And so because of that, I ended up with a lot of tomato plants in each container. And so I've since separated them all. But even that one that I was just showing you sprouted another one, even though those have been all separated. So that's what's happening here. So yeah, I think I said these are Romas, and then the other ones are cherry. Okay, we're gonna head outside and show you what's going on out here. Here's what's happening with the radishes. There's varying sizes, but there's several that are looking really good.
I think you should pick one.
Definitely not yet.
You look really good. These things
This
are
one looks
crowding.
really good. And then here's the turnips. I do think Georgia's right. She was saying that they're crowding, and even though I've thinned like a lot, ended up in one clump. So that's kind of a bummer because you can't really, I didn't have any luck taking it out and then putting it in a different spot. I think just because root vegetables don't really like that. And then here's how our peas are doing.
They're doing really good.
Starting to get a little taller, so I put this trellisy thing up. Here is where we planted the carrots, and they have finally sprouted up. This felt like it took really long time, but we finally have lots of sprouts. So those were kind of the big things that we planted with you, and then since then there's been a lot more going on. We went to a flower nursery and got lots of marigolds, and then we got some calendula.
I think we did a video.
These are onions.
Yeah.
So I made a row of marigolds here because they're supposed to keep some of the pests at bay. And we're just trying to grow random things. Like we took this container and planted some zinnias. So far we got one sprout. That was just a few days ago, so that's exciting. We'll just see what happens. And then Bergen's gonna do it. Bergen is doing a project for school where he's going to observe this cucumber seed that he planted and kind of draw it and write about it as it grows. So we kind of wanted to keep that isolated. We planted some more zinnias in here that none have sprouted yet, but that was just a few days ago. And then here's our kale that's been going on since last fall. And here's our lettuce. Unfortunately, it's not doing so hot. This is what we got.
Yeah, that's what we got.
So what are we gonna do to fix that?
Maybe plant some more.
Yes. So we're gonna try again. We'll just sow some of these out here. I know that this seed packet is a couple of years old. I don't know if that has to do with it, but we're just gonna give it another try. Plant some more and see if we can get some lettuce going on for this spring. Okay, so Georgia's gonna just poke some holes. It's very small holes, and put those seeds in and make sure you spread them out. Grow, seeds, grow.
Grow, seeds, grow.
Please, we want some lettuce. Oh, and in addition to Bergen's cucumber, we also planted a bunch right here. Well, not a bunch. We also planted a little bit here, and hopefully we will get some cucumber sprouting up soon. Later on, as it gets warmer, maybe in mid-May, we'll plant some beans back here. Here are some finished flowers. We did different ways. One way we found that it's probably better if you have actual popsicle sticks. These are technically tongue depressors, so they're a little wider, so it's harder to glue. One way we did it was we poked through. Not ideal since it kind of sticks out, but Georgia says she doesn't mind. Another thing we did here for this one, so I cut some slits in the side and that allowed it to lay flatter, and then we put some glue back there. And that's kind of seems to be the sturdiest one there. And that is probably what we'll do with this one. Hey again. Didn't realize it when we started, but this project we've just kept continuing it, and it's gone on for like 3 days, I think. So we've added another step to our egg carton flowers, and now we're gonna plant them in a pot, and I'll show you what George is doing. So we just found a terracotta pot that was just in our shed that we weren't using, and so she's painting the outside of it. And then we collected a ton of rocks from our yard, kind of washed them, and we're gonna fill the pot with rocks.
Isn't the purple kind of good?
Mm-hmm.
And the rocks go.
Ta-da!
my flowers.
Well, guys, we're going to call it a day on our garden project. We hope you are doing really well, having a great week, and let us know in the comments if you are celebrating Earth Day and what you might be doing, if you're doing any special cleanups or any planting or restoration projects or just art projects that have to do with Earth Day. Let us know. We'd love to hear how you might be celebrating. And also, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We'd love for you to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed our video, and we'd love for you to consider subscribing so that you can join us on all our adventures. In the meantime, we hope you're staying happy and healthy, and we hope you are getting out and having some brave wild adventures, and we'll see you
Next time. Bye.